wickets. Sorry, my bad, Ricky. The first question is, the bowlers had an extremely tough day today. Did the early SRH blitz catch the whole team off guard?
Look, it probably did a little bit, yeah. We obviously opened up today with Norkie and Rabada, sort of identifying how big a wicket David Warner was, and we knew that, with Saha coming in, we thought that he'd open the batting. We knew that he could be a dangerous player as well, but I think they were 77 for none at the end of the power play, and they played beautifully then. And as has happened with us quite a few times through the tournament so far, when teams have really got on top of us, we found it hard to drag it back, and found it hard to go to someone to really change the momentum. And today was a great example of that. So, look, we've got some work to do, not just on our bowling. We've got some work to do on our all-round game. I think our fielding's been a bit sloppy over the last couple of games as well, and our batsmen have sort of struggled to find any sort of rhythm. So it's a disappointing day for us today.
In the next one, were you surprised that Wriddhiman Saha replaced Bairstow on top and still managed to create a similar impact?
We were sort of expecting it, to be honest. We thought Kane might come back into the side. So if Kane came back in, we thought that he would replace Bairstow, which meant that Saha would have to come back in as well on wicketkeep. So we were ready for that. We had a good chat this morning before the game started, how we wanted to play against Saha if he did play. And obviously with Kane coming in at number 4 as well, we had some pretty good plans for him. But Saha played beautifully today. I mean, he actually surprised me a little bit. I know he can be a dangerous player, but to come back in after a few games out and play like he did was a super knock, and probably the difference in the game, to be honest.
Ricky, the next one, 2 consecutive matches, the team has conceded big scores. What's gone wrong for the team bowling first?
It has been a bit of a concern. I mean, one thing with us chasing totals, but also when we've decided to bowl first, we've actually given away big totals. So we've always been chasing high scores. It was 190 on against KKR and 220 tonight. So that's not ideal. But I think as this tournament goes on, we're going to have to get better at that. We're going to have to get better at bowling first, and we're going to have to get better at chasing totals. And so far that hasn't worked for us. So we have to decide as a group if batting first is going to be our best way forward in the tournament. If it's not, then we're certainly going to have to find a way to chase runs better.
The next one, what was the idea behind sending Shreyas Iyer at number 6 tonight?
Well, with 220 on the board and chasing 220, with Rahane and Shikhar at the top, we thought if we lost an early wicket, we were going to have to try and almost match them in the power play and sort of get to 60 or 65 or 70 and sort of be on par with them. Stoinis has been in sensational form in the tournament so far. He's been dying for an opportunity up the top of the order, and as you can see with the second or third ball he faced, or first ball he faced, it might have been, he whacked over sort of wide long on for 4. So it didn't come off today, but it was all circumstantial really in the game. Because we were chasing such a big total, we tried Stoinis there, and obviously Hedmeyer at 4, which meant that Pant goes to 5 and Iyer goes to 6. It's a bit of experimentation, basically just because of the circumstance in the game.
The next one, last year SRH qualified for the playoffs with 12 points. With 14 points, DC's playoff spot is still not guaranteed. How much are you guys calculating these scenarios in your head, and what's the plan for the remaining games?
We're not calculating. I mean, I think we've had a rough idea from the start of the tournament, sort of how many points you might need to qualify, and we got to 7 wins quite quickly, and we've lost 3 games in a row now. So we have to reset right now. We play MI next and an RCB in the last game, so we've got 2 very big and tough opponents coming up, and if we keep playing the way we are, then we're going to find it hard to win those games. So we've got to change things quickly, and it's going to come down to me and the other coaches and the senior players around our team to really put our hands up and make sure we're getting the job done, because the games performances that we've put out in the last couple of games haven't been to the standard that is expected at the Delhi Capitals.
Ricky, thank you so much for your time, and all the best for the next game.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thanks.